going to be cooking some turkey breast steaks today, and what we're going to do is we're going to use some fresh basil there. I'm going to finely chop that and mix it with a little bit of salt and pepper and crushed up garlic. Try and get that either side of it so it's well seasoned, got some good flavours in there. And then we're going to make up a quick marinade, which is really going to be vegetable oil. We've got some soya sauce and we've got some lemon juice and some brown sugar. And then finally we've got some cloves there, and we're just going to poke those into the meat, leave that to marinate once we've made it, and then we just put it under the grill. 15 minutes later you've got a really delicious meal, ideal for Christmas. So I'm just going to clear the decks and we're going to make the marinade first. Now to make the marinade, the measurements I'm going to use is a dessert spoon. Now that's about 10 ml. Now I'm going to use 3 dessert spoons of vegetable oil, exactly the same amount of soya sauce. Then I'm going to add some freshly squeezed lemon juice. Now we're going to use 1.5 dessert spoons. And again I've got some brown sugar. I'm going to use 1.5 dessert spoons. So the marinade's done. Just give it a twirl around. So now we've done the marinade, we're going to make up the mixture of, we've got a bit of basil, black pepper, a bit of salt and a bit of garlic. We're going to rub all those together, and then we're actually going to rub them into the actual outside of the meat to try and get those flavours on there. Now to start with, I've actually crushed up 2 garlics there, so crush those down fairly fine. And what I'm going to do is just add got ground black pepper, already pre-ground, and we're going to put some salt in there as well. Good bit of seasoning. And then the final ingredient is going to be that sort of basil. I mean, I've got fresh basil. If you haven't got fresh basil, you can use sort of dry basil. So I've chopped that up fairly fine. And what we're going to do is just really kind of grab that, mix it in your hands, and then just rub it around and try and get all those flavours right into that meat. And do that with all of them really. Just try and get all those flavours in there, because it'll really, taste good if you do this. What with that marinade we're going to pour over in a minute. Smelling good already with that garlic and that. That's it. So I think what we'll do now is just put it in the actual dish. Now I'm going to use this sort of dish here really, because it's big enough to take them all and I can lay them all out. And I want to, try and make sure there's enough space for the marinade to soak up with the meat. Now I'm going to put the marinade on. I'm just going to literally just pour that like that. And then what I'd actually do is turn them over just to try and make sure everywhere on the meat has got some of this marinade. So just mix it around like so. Look at that, it's looking good already. And I'm just going to turn these over until I know that I've got all the marinade on there. And then what I'll do is put a little bit of cellophane over the top, and I'll leave it to sit there for sort of 3 or 4 hours in the fridge. Now just before I put the cellophane over, I'm just going to stick in these cloves. So I'm going to try and stick, at least 1 in each, like that. If you can't quite get it in, don't worry too much. And that just gives a really nice flavour. So put a bit of cellophane over that, or a plate, and then you can put it in the fridge and leave it to marinate for 3 or 4 hours to get those flavours really yummy on the meat. So I'm just going to put a bit of cellophane over there. Might put a couple of bits. So I'm just going to put that last bit of cellophane on there. Now I've got the cellophane on there, I was going to put that in the fridge for 3 or 4 hours. Let it marinate, get all those beautiful flavours into the meat. Now because we've got 3 or 4 hours, it's a good time to prepare anything else, whether you're going to have roast potatoes, Yorkshire puddings, or whatever you're going to have to go with it. You've got plenty of time to organise all that. Because when we cook this, we're just going to cook it for about 15 or so minutes. So this is really quite quick. Now I've been marinating the turkey breast for about 4 hours. I can't wait any longer. Now what I'm going to do is take the cellophane off, and I'm going to put that straight under a preheated grill, and I'm just going to put that turkey in a preheated medium grill for about 15 minutes. If you've got packaging and it sort of says slightly longer or slightly less, then follow the instructions, but about 15 minutes. So I've finished cooking mine, so I'm going to pull it out and we're going to serve it up on a plate. So I've served up the turkey. Smells really good and looks delicious. Now I've actually served it up with some roasted potatoes with a twist, and also I've got some parsnips and roasted, you know, carrots there, and a sort of mixture of sort of cabbage and some vegetables there. I'm just going to pour a little bit of gravy on, and then I'm going to try some of that beautiful turkey. So I'm just going to put a little bit of gravy, just let it sort of slush around here, and oh yeah, that's good. I'm going to try that. Now I'm just going to try a little bit of that turkey. You can see the juices coming out when I squeezed it. Nicely cooked. Get a bit of that gravy on there. And we've got the marinade on this, so let's check it out. Oh, it's lovely. Really nice. You can taste all those flavours coming through. Beautiful dish. Just going to try one of those potatoes. I actually kind of boiled these in a little bit of turmeric, a little bit of paprika at the end. Got a video about these. Really nice. Kind of think they'll probably go with this dish. And obviously we've got some sort of cabbage there and some vegetables, and they've been kind of lightly fried in a little bit of butter. Season them up. Delicious. So if you don't want to have a big sort of fussy Christmas where you have a big turkey and you just want to do something fairly simple, get the turkey breast or the turkey breast steaks like I've got here, and you know, it's quite a simple dish to do. You can marinate them and they can sit and wait until you're ready to actually do the cooking. You can bring the whole thing together. Really simple. Hope you enjoy. Thanks for watching.